Hey everybody! Xavi wants to return to Barcelona. Barca supporters asked the club to get rid of Marc-Andre ter Stegen, and Ronaldo shocked everyone with his remarks about Lamine Yamal. This episode is packed with a lot of content, so make yourself comfortable. Now we will ask you to hit the like button under this video. Thank you! And now, let's get the show on the pitch. Ansu Fati came on as a substitute in Barcelona's Champions League clash against AS Monaco. For Fati, this was the first appearance in the Catalan club's jersey after a year-long loan at Brighton. Atalanta defeated Arsenal in the UEFA Youth League with a score of 4-1. Midfielder Max Daumann netted the only goal for the Gunners and became the youngest goal scorer in the history of the tournament, being 14 years, 8 months and 19 days old at the time of the match. Liverpool star Darwin Núñez has set his Instagram to private following a wave of social media criticism amid his poor run of form for the Reds this season. A photo of the toilet at Club Brugge's Jan Breydel Stadium has gone viral. It's completely inappropriate for a Champions League team. Ex-Arsenal midfielder J. Emmanuel Thomas was detained at a British airport on Wednesday. He has been charged with drug importation offenses. I liked the kid a lot, but I got confused with the referee on the sideline and thought it was Bernardo and passed the ball to him, Manuel Akanji shared. Roma supporters show their support for De Rossi after his dismissal, putting on a real show outside his house. Former Manchester United star Anthony Martial was given a rapturous welcome at his new club by thousands of fans who met him at the airport. Here's how the Frenchman was greeted in Athens ahead of his debut for AEK. Thiago Motta's Juventus made a brilliant start in the new Champions League campaign, defeating PSV 3-1. However, it was the unusual clothing item chosen by one of the white and black players for this game that went viral among the fans. Kefren Thuram was probably not expecting that his underpants with rubber ducks would be caught on camera. Man City players' agents want to hear the club's plans if the team gets relegated from the Premier League. FIFA has no official broadcast deal to announce for the Club World Cup yet. Infantino has organized an emergency briefing with global television executives today. Robert Lewandowski has surpassed Pepe and Roberto Carlos for the most matches in the Champions League. The Pole has 121 tournament appearances. Yesterday, Athletic Bilbao defeated Leganés 0-2 in La Liga Matchday 7 with goals from Daniel Vivian and Iñaki Williams. Lamine Yamal holds the record for the most Champions League appearances made by a player aged 17 or younger. He has already played 11 matches in the most prestigious club tournament. Endrick is crazy. He did something that no one else would do. But I'm very happy for him and I understand the joy he's experiencing, Rodrigo said. Florian Wirtz scored a brace on his Champions League debut appearance. It happened during the clash against Feyenoord, which Bayern won with a score of 0-4. Now I would score 30 goals in a season if I played the last 20 minutes of every game, Zlatan Ibrahimovic stated. Borussia Dortmund and Arsenal were showing interest in Kenan Yildiz, while Juventus hierarchy considers their winger untouchable. Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't control the club, but obviously, being number one in the world, he gives us directions on the path we should follow and what goals we have to achieve, Al Nassr CEO Guido Fienga told ESPN. Adriano has announced that he will say goodbye to his fans in a farewell match between former clubs Flamengo and Inter Milan on December 15th. The Imperador retired from football back in 2016. Dinamo Zagreb have announced the departure of their head coach Sergej Jekurovic by mutual agreement. This decision follows their heavy 9-2 defeat to Bayern Munich in their opening Champions League match. Edin Terzic and Maurizio Sarri are the main candidates for the position of AC Milan coach. Even David Moyes has been offered to the Rossoneri. Germany is capable of winning the title of the next edition of the 2026 World Cup, Julian Nagelsmann assured. Rodri is right. There are a lot of games. A fan wants to see the best, and we have to find a balance. There are too many games, and there are more injuries. ESPN quoted Thibaut Courtois as saying, Mason Mount and Rasmus Højlund have returned to training with the rest of the Man United squad after recovering from injuries. Joel Matip could move to Fulham. The London side has joined West Ham, Wolverhampton Wanderers and Bournemouth in the race to secure the services of the former Liverpool defender. Lamine Yamal scores his first Champions League goal. He becomes the second youngest goal scorer in UCL history behind Ansu Fati. Going on strike for us as players is a possibility. Dani Carvajal shared his opinion. Barcelona central midfielder Pedri is getting closer to renewing his contract with the Catalan team. The new contract is expected to last until the summer of 2029, while the current one expires in June 2026. Man City are one match away from tying Man United's record for most successive Champions League games without a defeat. Pep Guardiola's Chargers have reached the mark of 24 such matches without defeat in the Champions League in regular time. The third day of the Champions League matchday 1 is over. Here are the latest results. Barcelona lost for the first time under Hansi Flick. The Catalans were shockingly beaten by Monaco. In the 11th minute, the Blaugrana were down to 10 men after Eric Garcia's straight red card. Magnus Akliush gave his side the lead later on, though Lamine Yamal still managed to deliver an equalizer. The goal scored by 18-year-old George Eleni Henna in the second halftime turned out to be a game winner. Other fixtures included a 0-0 draw between Atalanta and Arsenal, with a stunning double save from David Raya after a penalty. Atletico defeated RB Leipzig 2-1. The hosts responded to Šeško's strike with accurate shots from Griezmann and Jimenez. At last, Bayer defeated Feyenoord 0-4 with goals from Grimaldo and Wirtz Bryce, with one more own goal coming from Wallenreuther. Okay, moving on to other news of the day. Bayer Leverkusen will attempt to sign Castilla's manager Raúl if Xabi Alonso leaves the German club. Sport Bild writes. The Black and Reds are preparing for the possible departure of 42-year-old Alonso in the summer of 2025, while Raúl is among the names on the club's list of candidates. Earlier on, it was reported that Real Madrid would try to land Xabi next summer. Raúl retired from professional football in 2015, and since then, he has worked as the head coach of various Real Madrid youth teams, and since July 2019, he has been in charge of Castilla. On September 18th, Man City ended their Champions League clash against Inter Milan in a goalless draw at the Etihad Stadium. Erling Haaland, who usually impresses us with his performances, had difficulties this time. The Norwegian forward had 14 touches on the ball and only managed to provide one shot on target, since Inter's defenders, including Francesco Acerbi, did their best to stop him. This was the first goalless game for Erling this season, although the Norwegian cyborg had scored in each of the previous 4 matches, already registering 9 goals to his name. After the final whistle, the cameras caught the moment when Haaland, clearly disappointed, gave a firm but smiling response to Acerbi when the Black and Blues defender approached him asking for his jersey. Haaland, do you want to exchange shirts? Acerbi, maybe 2, since you can't score in 2 games against me. Haaland, 2? Acerbi, have you forgotten about the UCL final? Haaland, cough. Al Nassr forward Cristiano Ronaldo considers Real Madrid midfielder Jude Bellingham to be one of the best players of his generation. Huge potential, huge talent. He's come to the club when the environment was clean, was good, and he's grown like the other ones, like Camavinga, Rodrigo, Vinicius. He's in a team that helps him to be a top player, and I also believe he'll be one of the best of the next generation, Ronaldo said. On Monday, September 16th, hearings began in the case of Manchester City alleged 115 violations of financial fair play rules between 2009 and 2018, The Telegraph reports. The verdict is expected to be announced no earlier than next spring. One of the club's penalties may include deduction of points, which could lead to relegation from the Premier League. According to the source, departure from the English top flight due to FFP rules could mean Manchester City's exclusion from the FA Cup and the English League Cup. It's likely to also affect the team's participation in the Champions League and the Club World Cup tournament. Xavi Hernandez's Palace Barcelona head coach came to a premature end in the summer, as Joan Laporte opted to sack him in favor of appointing Hansi Flick, who has made a fantastic start to his tenure at the Catalan club. Overall, Xavi's time in charge was mostly positive, especially in the 2022-23 season, which saw the return of the La Liga title to the Spotify Camp Nou. Xavi is currently unemployed and awaiting a new job in football. Javier Saviola recently spoke on his former Barcelona teammate, and he backed him to make a future return to the hot seat at the Catalan Giants. We must not forget what Xavi did. I have had the opportunity to be and chat with him as a friend. We talked about how he did not have the best time. He has done a very good job. When you don't win titles, it seems that you have done absolutely nothing. All these boys who have come out have been taken and trained by Xavi. Hopefully at some point he can find happiness in another team, and in the future, hopefully he can return to Barcelona and do things well. This is what he wants. Barcelona fans reacted pretty sharply to Marc-Andre ter Stegen's poor performance in the tie against AS Monaco. The German made a blunder that led to Eric Garcia's red card. Marc-Andre was also responsible for the second goal as the ball was going straight to him, but the goalkeeper fell to the turf too early. Under Barca's post with the match result, Barcelona supporters called for ter Stegen to quit the club. Here are some of the comments from there. Why not use our beloved captain's pick, huh? Ter Stegen out, out, out. Ter Stegen needs to go. Get rid of ter Stegen, and so on. Cristiano Ronaldo, who himself was considered to be the best player in the world during several stages of his career, has had his say on Lamine Yamal. During the latest part of his interview with former Manchester United teammate Rio Ferdinand, Ronaldo spoke glowingly on the 17-year-old sensation. I see a lot of talent in Lamine Yamal. I hope he does not have any problems in the future. He needs a bit of luck because he is still very young, but I think he will be one of the best in his generation for sure. Guys, the Football Club channel has released a video about why Barcelona fans hate Marc-Andre ter Stegen. You have to see it. Have a great time watching. Bye-bye.